I'd like to search your premises, Mr. Spencer. Have you any objections?
Be my guest.
Ashley Fordham. He was the guy who was nicked for the assault at the Tempo Lounge. Intelligence suggests that he's now operating as a club promoter, which is not a bad gig for a dealer, being right there in the marketplace.
You got any more on him, Gov?
My son is meeting him at a bar, the Benchmark, this afternoon.
How'd you know?
I read a text message that Ashley had sent him.
So your son does know Fordham?
Yeah, he's been told to bring £1,000 in cash with him. So he's either got a big coke habit or he's a dealer. Probably both. So I want you to get down there and find out what's happening.
I appreciate what you're saying, boss, but problem is Benjamin knows both of us.
At this moment, I don't want any other officers involved, so you'll have to keep a low profile.
Okay, no problem.
Boss, if something is going on, what do you want us to do?
You nick them both.
Are you serious?
Could be the only way to make Benjamin see sense.
It's my livelihood, this!
Really?
Have a lot of work to get through out there.
It won't be long, Mr. Spencer.
Over here.
Where'd you find that?
In the glove compartment of Spencer's van. It matches the description of the brooch Mrs. Devi says Manisha often wears.
Mr. Spencer,
Yeah.
would you like to tell me how you came to be in possession of this? Brian Spencer, I'm arresting you on suspicion of abduction and actual bodily harm to Kathy Fisher.
I'm sorry, love, but you will go throwing garden ornaments around.
I didn't plan to do that. I was just so upset. It should be him in here, Donald Barfield.
I think Donald's a bit concerned about how you're coping.
I loved Skip.
Yeah, well, that's all well and good, but, you know, there's the day-to-day care of the dog to think about.
It was fine until a few months ago, then my legs started getting worse. I forget things.
Reg. There's a Donald Barfield in the front office to see you.
What's he want?
Well, he doesn't want to pursue the case against Mrs. Harrison, for one thing.
Thank goodness for that.
And he's got a little friend with him.
Is it?
I took it off her. I mean, she dropped it.
It's a brooch, Mr. Spencer. You usually attach them to your clothing. Are you telling me Manisha was carrying this in her hand?
I don't know the woman. Look, I'd had a row with Kathy. All I wanted to do was get away. I came out onto the street and this nurse, total stranger, starts having a go at me. I didn't know her from Adam.
Could you just answer my question, please?
She got involved in an argument that had nothing to do with her. She starts telling me how I should be treating women. I was angry. I told her to get off.
You did more than that. You followed her in your van.
We're headed the same way. I swear to you, I never touched her.
Now, I know you're lying, Mr. Spencer. We have 2 witnesses who saw you get out of your van on Purbeck Street. You wanted to have another go at Manisha.
There was a bit of aggro outside the shop. A scarf fell on the pavement.
And?
I taunted her with it. You've come and get it, that sort of thing. I noticed there was a bit of jewellery attached.
You took the scarf with you when you left the scene?
Took the brooch off, binned the scarf later. Look, I know it wasn't too clever, but you do stupid things when you're angry, don't you?
Like beat the living daylights out of people?
So you admit the assault on Kathy Fisher?
Yeah, but there was a reason for that.
For your violence towards her. You assaulted a prostitute, and then when a passerby tried to intervene, you gave her exactly the same treatment.
Kathy Fisher tried to rip me off. The Indian woman just caught me at a bad time.
Where is Manisha, Mr. Spencer?
Look, I swear to God, I don't know where she is!
if he does turn up and he spots us, he'll have it on his toes, don't you?
Maybe that's what the governor wants.
Are you serious?
This must be a nightmare for him.
There he is now. Yeah, it's definitely him.
Come on, then.
Benjamin, you silly.
Are you proud to be British, man?
Come on, then. Get up!
This is all we need.
You're a good boy. Oh, you're a very good boy.
I just wanted to find him a good home. I knew my sister would take care of him.
I could do you for theft, you know that, don't you?
How could you? Look at how he's been pining for me. Come back, Skip, come back here.
I've taken the liberty of buying Skip a kennel. I hope you don't mind.
Come back to me. Come on, Skip, come on back to me.
What's that been doing in there? Oh, don't ask. Well, let's just say the time Reg has taken dealing with Skip, the crime rate's gone up a few %.
What's the matter with you? Did Inspector Gold find you earlier?
No, why?
Oh, she was looking for you. I think she's in a meeting now. Maybe she's got some news.
Excuse me.
It's all a bit leery out there, isn't it?
DCI said it was a grand's worth, so it must be in the sports bag. Keep an eye on it. The second he reaches in.
So neat.
That looks like Spencer's white van.
Is that Anisha?
Looks like her. He's furious, isn't he?
God, she must have been terrified.
She's walked away.
Do you think he's going to follow her in that van?
That's possible. And if he tried to pull her in the van further down the street, there has to be some witnesses.
Well, why don't we track them down? One of them is bound to have seen something.
Sure. Hang on a minute. I'm not going mad, am I? That is who I think it is.
Peter Baxter. Where does he live?
Nowhere near there. This is right off his patch.
What's his MO?
He was in prison 27 years ago for abduction and rape.
And he's standing right there where Manisha was last seen. Look at the time. It's around that time that she went missing. What's Baxter's last known address?
His home is on Ludell Mews. He runs an online mail order business from there, selling Christian books.
Is he born-again Christian?
So he says. He attends Mass every afternoon at St. Sampson's on Harrison Street. I don't think we should get too carried away with the Baxter connection.
Why not? He's raped and abducted a woman before.
27 years ago. And he hasn't reoffended since.
Listen, Samantha, I know that you and Baxter have history, and I know that he helped find your daughter.
This isn't about that. I just don't think we should assume he's got anything to do with this until we have enough evidence.
I see. Right, well, I want Brian Spencer kept in custody for the time being. Hopefully we'll get more witnesses to step forward and give us a clear picture of Spencer's movements after Manisha left.
Sure.
I want to bring Baxter in.
You want to nick him?
We need to search his property.
On what grounds?
A woman is missing. We can't take any chances. We need to talk to him, if only to satisfy ourselves that he's not involved. I'm going to have him brought in now.
This is a message for Peter Baxter. It's D.S. Nixon from Sun Hill. Can you contact me as soon as possible, please?